The gun you're seeing today is available on the DAI Leisure website. Thank you for watching. Hello ladies and gentlemen, as you can see we've got the BSA R10 GEN2 regulated on the bench in 0.22. We're going to put it through its test and review. Firstly, it'll go through what we call the 135 test, 23 metres away down there at the bottom of the garden. We have two targets. One has 5 small targets on. You'll need to get 5 shots in the red to get yourself 50 points on that card. And then we've just got a standard normal target. You'll need to get 5 shots in the number 10 to get yourself another 50 points. That will give you 100. And then we have our last card, which we call the rings. And on the top row, there's 5 rings, which are quite big. You'll get 5 points for each of those. And then the bonus shot is worth 15 points, and that's just over the size of a pellet, but you have to get it in there to count. Obviously we call anything over 110 a pass, but 135 is the preferable that we would like to see. After that we'll go put it over the chronograph, see what it's punching out for power, and then finally I'll do a full review on the gun and I'll tell you exactly what I think about it. So shall we get cracking with the 135 test? Let's go. Right, let's see, here we go. Shot 1. Perfect. Shot 2. Perfect. Shot 3 is good. Shot 4, good. Shot 5 is good. Now we move on to the second target. Everyone needs to be inside the 10. Yeah, they're all in there, so 100 points so far. We'll get set up for the rings and let's see whether they continue with 100%. Okay, we are in the red rings on the top line. Let's see, here we go. Shot 1. He's good. Shot 2. Good. Shot 3. Just. Shot 4. Yeah. Now this is the big one for a 135. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, the BSA R10 GEN2 regulated has scored a 135 on its test. Let's see how much power it's pushing out, shall we? Okay, 5 shots over our chronograph. Let's go. I've got a feeling this may have some power. It makes a right thud when it goes. Shot 1, 170. Shot 2. 169. Shot 3, 170. Shot 4, 170. And shot 5, 171. Now the 170s were more close to the 171. I think they were all 170.9 there, and there was one at 169, so I am going to give it the 171. Let's see what that gives us. Well, I was actually expecting it to be a little bit more than that, but this is the readings. The projectile weight is 15.9. The velocity, when dropped down to feet from meters, come down to 561 feet per second. That gave us a power output of 11.11 foot-pounds, and an energy expressed in joules as 15.07. That's perfectly fine, nothing wrong with that, but I really thought the way that was hitting the targets that was going to be a lot more powerful, but that's well acceptable. Okay then, well, shall we talk about this gun? Well, accuracy wise, 135 on test. Can't knock that, can you, at all? Can't doubt it, it's done really, really well. Power wise, fine, 11.11. You wouldn't knock that, you'd say that's fine enough, just over the 11 foot-pounds, just where we like them. And aesthetics wise, look at it. I take it this would be a Manelli stock in wood, and it is. Now, I'm not a big lover, I will admit, of bolt action guns, but this one is tremendously smooth and does do the job really, really well. The magazines for these are 10 shot, the standard BSA Gamma ones, but they work really, really well. They've never been a problem in life. They are a good setup really for BSA. Now, being a BSA gun, this will have the hammer steeled barrel, and accuracy wise you just can't fault it. It is on the button, it really is. It's very, very good. The bottle gives you plenty of shots. I think it's a 350cc if I remember right, don't quote me on that, but it gives you plenty of shots, and that's what you need. The scope that I used on this isn't as big as the scopes that I normally use. This is a Hawk 3B9B40. Now usually I would use perhaps a Nico Sterling 4-16B50, which is a lot bigger scope, but this is still a 135 with that one on, so bear that in mind. It's done even better. Loads of grip around the gun. If I just turn the gun this way to you, will see that the rear end is scalloped, so obviously this wouldn't suit a left-hander. It's made specifically for a right-hander, you would say. It looks also that there's a screw in the back there, and you can alter this back rubber butt to suit yourself. So another thing there to think about. Now, as you know, we have a champion at the moment in our league, and it's the R12. Now, you're going to think this a little bit strange, but I think this could give it a little bit of a run for its money. It's that good, and it really is that good. Straight out the BSA stable, you can see a lot of similarities between the R10 and the R12, and you can see those subtle little differences that make it different, especially the magazine system. Obviously that's all changed, but this is without doubt it's a cracking gun. BSA don't seem to make a bad one, to be fair. So if you're in the market, the R10s now, they're going a little bit cheaper than they used to because the R12s come in. You can still get the R10s around, and I think they're a fantastic buy. This one was a used gun that had just been in for a full service, so it's more or less been fully renewed, and it's back to basically as it would have left the factory. All new rubber seals and everything has been done to this. It is in fantastic condition, I will be honest with you. It's more or less a brand new gun, but I've got it a little bit less. So yeah, I'm absolutely over the moon with this. You may remember we had the Ixia in. That was the review before this, I think, the Ixia, and I had that for a few weeks, and it was doing really, really well, but it suddenly decided to spring up a slight leak, and obviously I'd only had the gun a week, so there was no problem in taking it back, and I swapped it to this, which I think I've fell on my feet, I've got to be honest with you. Appearance wise, I love the way Manelli do their stocks. It's lovely and shiny. You can see it's varnished to high heaven, plenty of grip. Obviously Manelli known for their stocks, and this is a cracker. As I say, the bolt action very, very crisp, lovely. You've got your safety right there if you should need it, and when you put the magazine in on this, there's a little button there that slides forward and back to lock the magazine into place. That's something that you don't usually get on the BSA or the Gamos, so something to look out for there if you're struggling to get your magazine in. It may be because of this little button here. Now I've decided to put the Viroc XLK silencer on this, and it needs it. It is quite a loud gun, but that XLK does bring the noise down and it's working with it lovely, so I'll keep that with it. I think this is just an out. It's like one of those unsung heroes really. It's a gun that a lot of people wouldn't probably look at, but accuracy wise you just can't fault it. It is an absolute cracker. I mean, don't forget this is a 2.2, not shall we say really used for accuracy purposes, but I do prefer a 2.2 sometimes, and I think this is lovely, and I think it's accurate as it's proved today in its test. So bearing in mind it's a 2.2, bearing in mind it's not, shall we say, a modern gun now. It's I think it's been out a couple of years now, at least this has, but it's still a very, very good gun. You can see by the regulation when we put it over the chronograph, there's 2 meters in difference over the 5 shots. Those 2 meters, I think it was probably less than 2 meters to be honest with you, but that would only mean 6 feet in difference over 5 shots. That's very, very close, and what you would expect really from a regulated gun. All in all, with this gun, it's an absolute fantastic package, and I think a good second hand buy. It's a perfect second hand buy, to be honest with you. When it can knock out results like it's done today, as I say, this isn't the brand new, it is a serviced, it's more or less back to brand new because it's been fully serviced, but yeah, it's just absolutely fantastic. It's a lovely, lovely gun. I'm not sponsored by BSA, by the way, but you know, our channel champion is a BSA that beat the Air Arms S510, would you believe that? Our R12 did, and I think this would be up there as well. I may do, if I've got time before I move house, I'm going to be moving house shortly, if I get time to do it, I might do a three-way challenge league where I put the S510, the R12 and the R10 in against each other and see who comes out on top if I get time. I'm not going to promise you that because I just don't know if I'm going to get the time, but if I do, yeah, I'm happy to try and knock that together and see what we get. But thank you for watching today. I've really enjoyed doing this R10, I've got to be honest with you, because it's really surprised me how accurate and how lovely it is to use. As I say, it's sort of changed my mind on bolt actions. A few of the bolt actions that are out there are quite notchy and you've got to fight them. I can remember having the S410 in and I had to fight that quite a lot, but this is lovely and smooth. It's just a lovely gun end of the day, and that is that. If you get a chance to get one of these, my recommendation is to get one. They are a fantastic gun, and I'm going to leave it there and just take a look at it. It's done really well today. It's done everything that it needed to do. As I say, it's the BSA R10 Gen 2 regulated and a lovely gun. Thank you all for watching. Bye bye.